Jonathan was building an elementary school. But look at the late Muhammad Buhari. Late Muhammad Buhari have built everything that is possible in his Daura. Every possible thing you can think of, he has built it in Daura. He built a state, he built university, he built this one, he built so many things he built in Daura himself. This is very illiterate, this is very imposter in Asrock. He built everything in the north without looking back. And you think that a southern president or Igbo president will do you any good? You will die the more. Pray that he never come. Pray that he never come. We are dealing with monsters, people who don't have conscience, animals, people who don't value human life. Look at what they are doing in the north. You see the insecurity that is happening in the north today. Every one of us can see it. They took the money from Biafra land, they went and began to construct a rail line in the north. They took that money. Tell me, which people need that rail more than the people in the southern part of Nigeria? Which people need the rail more than the people in the southern part of Nigeria in Biafra land? It is from Biafra land they get the wealth. The people who are doing the business are in Biafra land. It is the Biafra land that are traveling. There are people traveling from all places. There are the people importing goods. There are the people doing all manner of business, moving from place to places. But yet, in their own side, the money gotten from themselves, we're not used to build train in their land. They use that train to go and build in a place where it will be easy for them to transport terrorists. They went and built a train where it will be easy for them to transport terrorists. And today, look at the money they have wasted in building those rail lines in the north. That money today has become a waste. You see the way the terrorists are bombing those trains, taking the life of innocent people. You see what they are doing. They build a railway from Maradi all the way from Niger Republic to Abuja, just to transport terrorists. What economic importance is Maradi, Niger Republic? If you are here in the Niger Republic, I have visited Niger Republic. I have been to if you have been to Niger Republic, you will understand what I'm saying. If you have been to Niger Republic, you will understand what I'm saying. That Niger is of no economic importance to Nigeria, not even one. They are of no economic importance. The only thing they bring to Nigeria is terrorists. Insecurity you're talking about is from Niger. They took that money, they went and wasted that money in the north to build train. Today, go and check their rail line. The rail line today is being bombarded. It has become a death trap. The railway today have become a death trap. You see people dying on daily basis. You see life being wasted on that area. It has become a death trap where lives are being taken on daily basis. This is money that would be used to go and build the land, the fertile land where responsible and meaningful people live. In the southern part of Nigeria, where people who want to grow, people who want to develop where they are, you will not develop it. You are forcing people who don't want to develop, people who prefer animal more than human being. You take the money and you go there and you begin to build rubbish. Today, go and see the death trap they are building there. It has become a death trap, killing themselves. But the southern part of Nigeria, mainly Biafra land, where the oil is coming from, where the wealth is coming from, where the people are willing and working hard to grow, there will be no support for them. They went and built a dry port in Kaduna. A dry port in this Kaduna you are talking about, a dry port in Kaduna. What are they importing in Kaduna? Of what economic importance? What importation are Kaduna people doing? You want to build a dry port. You do not come to Biafra land to build a dry port. Even when you know that 90% of the container you have in the wharf, 90% of containers are owned by Biafran people. 90% of the containers are coming, the people who are using it are Biafran people. Instead of you building that dry port in Biafra land, you took it to Kaduna all the way for north. And still, you see some people from the southern part of Nigeria, they think it's okay. They think it's okay because it's just about it's about Igbo man, it's about Igbo person, it's about an Ijo man, it's about an Efik man, it's about a Calabar man, it's about an Edo man. You don't care. You want to wait until it affects you directly. When it affects you directly before you complain. Injustice against one is injustice against all. You see Biafrans shouting, Mazen Nandi can form Eastern Security Network, and they want to kill him. Mazen Nandi can form Eastern Security Network, and they want to kill him. But yesterday, I watched an interview yesterday when they were interviewing Sheikh Husani. Sheikh Husani from Kaduna State. Sheikh Husani is encouraging their government, telling their government to empower their vigilante group. Sheikh Husani is telling the government to empower their vigilante group, give them arms and weapons to protect themselves. Mazen Nandi can put this protection in place. He announced that the protection, he didn't form Biafran army. He forms a security outfit to secure Biafran people from the terrorists. Instead of these people supporting it, what did they do? They are killing Mazen Nadekan. They want to kill him because of security outfit that he has formed. But today, the northern part of Nigeria, they are crying for their own. They are crying that security should be formed. They want to empower their vigilante. They are telling their government to empower their vigilante group. But the one that Mazen Nadekan has given you a platter of gold, instead of you to support it and build it, you are destroying it. You are destroying it with all manner of propaganda, all manner of lies. Propaganda from here, propaganda from there. Everybody's eyes on money. Money, 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 money. When you hear them discussing about ESN, you will never hear a tangible discussion about how to make ESN progress. All you see them is either they are attacking the account of ESN or they are talking about this or that. Some will come up to the center begin to demonize ESN and giving information about ESN and their members. That is how evil some people have become. Is this how we're going to get Biafra? You are doing it yourself, but it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do or what you try to fight against. Biafra must come. We must get Biafra. Biafra must definitely be free. And the freedom of Biafra will translate to the freedom of every indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria. That is why the Janjaweed don't want to take their eyes to hear. They don't want to use their ear and hear Biafra. That is why when they hear Mazen Nadekan, they will shake it. Because they know that Mazen Nadekan have shaken their taproot. Mazen Nadekan have shaken. Nigeria is just like a chaff. It's just like a chaff. It's remaining to blow the breeze and it will disappear. Mazen Nadekan have shaken the root of that very contraption called Nigeria. Everybody's awake. The Hausa people know whom they are. The new people will know whom they are today. The Middle Belters, they know whom they are. The Ududuwa people know who they are. The Biafrans, of course, know whom they are. But the greatest enemy we have today are still our own people. The greatest weapon that the Janjaweed is using, the greatest weapon that the Janjaweed is using against the Biafra people is Biafra themselves. They have no other strategy. There is no other strategy that they can apply against Biafra people. None. No other strategy. The only two strategy that they are applying against Biafra is using the Boko Haram in uniform against Biafra people, and again using Biafra. And the Boko Haram in uniform cannot succeed except with the Biafran people. It is still our Biafra people that are holding them hand to hand to go and begin to use them to destroy properties and houses out of envy and jealousy. Out of envy, and it is still our own people that are giving those people information. You saw the CCTV camera, how they are destroying homes and houses of innocent people who have not committed any crime. They have not done anything to anybody. People on their own, innocent people standing on their ground. This is what we have come to see. This is what we have come to witness on a daily basis. How long shall we continue to look at this and watch it happen? How long shall we continue to watch this thing continue to happen? Time for complaint have passed. The time for every single Biafra, not only Biafra and Biafra. You see, some of the time when we are talking about this Biafra issue, some people just relax and feel it is not just about Biafra, it is about every indigenous tribe in the contraption called Nigeria. Because injustice against one is injustice against all. You see Mazen Nadekan when he was crying, fighting for the same so-called one Nigeria in London. He was fighting, he protested for so-called one Nigeria in London. Fighting against the terrorists. Today, those people who thought it's just about Biafra, you saw what is happening in the north. When the terrorists attacked the train, did they attack the train because it was an IPOB member was inside the train? Did they attack the train because it was owned by the IPOB members? Did they attack the train because it was only Biafran that was there? Of course, no. It is going to take everybody. It is going to affect everybody. It is going to affect everybody. The symbol of justice is in DSS. The only symbol of justice in that country called Nigeria is in DSS, and nobody is speaking. Those who call themselves human rights activists, they are not talking. All of them, they shut up. Go to their platform. You will see in their platform they are posting Ukraine. They are giving update about Ukraine, but you will never see them talk about the destruction that has happened in Ukraine in their backyard. The Ukraine in their own country, they will not talk about it. Go and check the platform of those who call themselves human rights activists. How many of them will you see a report of Mazen Nadekan there? How many of them will you see a report of the mayhem that is happening in Biafra land? The lives that have been destroyed, the properties that have been destroyed. How many of them are you going to see information about them there? Go to their platform, including our celebrities. Every one of them is busy talking about Ukraine. Even our politicians, they are talking about Ukraine. But the Ukraine in their own backyard, the Ukraine at their back, Ukraine in their bottom there, they are not talking about it. They are not speaking about it. As you are watching this video, Biafran people have been abducted. Homes of Biafrans have destroyed. Even as at yesterday, homes are still destroyed. Homes have been bombed. Bombed to ashes. People are missing. People are abducted. Transferred to unknown places. Nobody is making a case for them. No human rights activist is talking. No Biafran activist is talking. No politician is talking. Every one of us is silent. And when our brother Simon Ekpa came out and say that we will not tolerate that anymore, that we should go after the politicians and go after all the people that are supporting this evil, some people will say that he's saying wrong, he's talking rubbish. Some will say he's taking laws into his hand. How is he taking laws into his hand? This is a message that Mazen Nankan himself preached. Every single one of us that is watching, any place you're watching from, go and watch the broadcast that Mazen Nankan made the day he launched ESN. Go back and watch the program that Mazen Nankan did. The broadcast he made the day he launched ESN, what he said. Go and listen to what Mazen Nankan said. You are still there waiting for order from DSS. You are still there waiting for Mazen Nankan to give you order from DSS on what to do. Meanwhile, Mazen Nankan have told you what to do long time ago. Mazen Nankan raised the dragon flag, and he told us that the dragon flag will not go down. It will not go down until Biafra comes. Mazen Nankan said that the dragon flag will not go down until Biafra comes. Go and ask what dragon flag is. Mazen Nankan also reminded us that whenever you raise arm in any struggle, that it must not go down. Whenever you raise arm to defend yourself, it must not go down. Mazen Nankan in that broadcast also said that if you come to Biafra land to take life, you will pay with your own life. Mazen Nankan said in that broadcast that no human being, be you who, no army, no police will come to Biafra land and take the life of Biafra and go scot-free. Mazen Nankan make that broadcast himself. Today, somebody is repeating that same thing, reminding us of that same thing that Mazen Nankan said. Some people are taking it for granted. Some are fighting him because he's saying that. Some are saying, why should we be giving order? Why should we give command? Somebody is reminding you of with the exact language that Mazen Nankan used. Go after them. Anybody that we come to Biafra land to take Biafra land, that we will go after that person until the person goes down. Mazen Nankan said it. That anybody that came to take an innocent life in Biafra land, any police, any army, from wherever you come to take the life of innocent Biafrans, that we will not stop. We will chase you until you go down. That was what Mazen Nankan said. Today, somebody came to remind us of the word of Mazen Nankan, and people think he's talking too much. Some people say he's taking laws into his hand. Some say he's giving command. You that is there moping at me, you that is there claiming to know all, what have you done? What have been your impact? What have been your own impact? What have you done? What have you done to make sure that the Biafra people remain intact, that the legacy of Mazen Nankan remain intact? What have you done? Instead, you are busy destroying the legacy of Mazen Nankan. If there is no legacy, you remember, the one legacy of Mazen Nankan you should remember is consistency. Consistency. If there is nothing else, you will remember. No matter how you lie, which all of us know that Mazen Nankan is a truthful person, he never lie. But the one thing you must have to take away, one of his legacy is what? Consistency. He's always consistent. If you want to fight for freedom, freedom is not cheap. It will not be given to you in a platter of gold. Share the video to all platforms. Share this video to family and friends. Share it and connect it to anybody you can reach. It is high time we wake up and begin to do something. Everybody, it doesn't matter the name you call yourself, it doesn't matter who you say you support, it doesn't matter under which umbrella you say you are fighting, as long as you're fighting for freedom, we are fighting for one thing. As long as within your heart, deep down in your heart, you are fighting for the freedom of Mazen Nankan, and you are fighting for the freedom of Biafran people, genuinely from the bottom of your heart, as long as you're fighting for that, we are standing on the same ground. And there's no need for us to demonize each other. There's no need for us to demonize each other. There is no need whatsoever for us to demonize each other. As long as you are fighting for the freedom of Biafran people, you are fighting for the freedom of Mazen Nankan, and you are standing for that which is right. As long, it doesn't matter how you want to fight. If you're a prayer warrior, you're fasting, if you're fighting on the ground, you're using arms, whatever strategy you think is good for you, by abusing people, any strategy you think you are using to get Biafra and greater freedom, go ahead with it. Intensify it, increase the intensity, increase it. That is what you're supposed to do. That is what I'm supposed to do. That is exactly what. Look at the Janjaweed. If there is nothing we don't learn from the Janjaweed, that is one thing every Biafran will have to learn with Janjaweed. Janjaweed support their own. It doesn't matter whom it is. It doesn't matter the crime their own commit. They support him. That is one thing we have to learn from the Janjaweed. Janjaweed support. Even their criminal, they support him. They don't care. And as long as we are dealing with this Janjaweed, we have to deal with them the same way they are dealing with us. Janjaweed support. Even their criminal, they don't care. Look at Abakari. They support everything of their own. They support it and hold it. But in our own, we destroy our own. We destroy our own. Why is it so? At the stage that we are, we have to fight and make sure that we defend our Biafra land. It's a resolution that we have all reached. A resolution that we have reached to defend Biafra land at all costs. Mazen Nandekano said in his speech that this is a resolution that we have reached, and that resolution is cast in stone. The resolution is cast in stone. When something is cast in stone, when it is said that something is cast in stone, it is something that can never be removed forever and ever. We will defend Biafra land at every cost. And this is the time, not tomorrow. It is now. That is why you have to wake up. That is why you have to wake up. As Mazen Nandekano is preparing to come to court on the 8th, the Janjaweed have already started their strategy. They have already started their strategy. You know, you and I, you that you call yourself a Biafran, that is where we are failing it. The Janjaweed, public opinion matters very well in the case of Mazen Nandekano. If you don't know it now. Public opinion matters in the case of Mazen Nandekano, and we must have to take that public opinion serious. We have to make sure that the public opinion is louder, and to the advantage of Mazen Nandekano. Our opinion has to be louder and to the advantage of Mazen Nandekano. That is how we can be able to free him. Don't allow them to play it down. Let us take the charge of the public opinion. Public opinion, the lawyers and the judges, they will look at the public opinion before they will say anything. The judge will look at the public opinion before they will make their decisions. The Janjaweed government would look at the public opinion before they will take their decision. That is why we have to intensify anything we are doing. We make sure that the detention of Mazen Nandekano become much more expensive than it is today. Let us make it much. That is why civil disobedience is something that we must hold with the last breath we have. We must support civil disobedience with our last breath, with our last strength. Anything we have in us, we have to support the civil disobedience with it. Support civil disobedience. Support it by all means possible. The sit at home. If you can sit at home more. Make it more. The coming Monday, let it be the highest sit at home that have ever been seen. As Mazen Nandekano is planning to come to court, the Janjaweed have started early. They have started their blackmail. They started from the blackmail of the football. You see the football match they had in Abuja. In football they had in Abuja, they said that the IPOB was planning to come and bomb the stadium. That is how they blackmail. And at the end of the day, what they are trying to create is a public opinion, hatred against Mazen Nandekano and IPOB. That is what they are planning. But you that is a Biafran, what are you doing to counter all those things they are doing? What are you doing to create a positive side for Mazen Nandekano? What are you doing? When we talk about public opinion, that is what public opinion does. When they create that environment to make people create that hatred in the eyes of the people, you that is a Biafran, we are in charge of the social media. What are you doing to change that narrative? You and I know that IPOB doesn't have anything to do with anything bombing or doing anything in Abuja. Abuja of all people. Abuja of all people. When we have a complete threat, when we have the terrorists in our backyard, when we have the terrorists burning our land, doing all sorts of things, we have not finished with them. Then you are talking about coming to Abuja to bomb. Abuja, where we have our own people living in the stadium. That is not the footprint of Biafran people. These people who are telling you about Intel, they didn't know that Kaduna Airport will be invaded. Kaduna Airport will be invaded. They didn't see it. These people who are bringing Intel and security, they didn't see that Kaduna Airport will be invaded. They didn't see that the train station will be bombed. They didn't see it. But they came with their propaganda that IPOB want to bomb the stadium. At the end of the day, they will narrow it down. It is their ESL. Then they narrow it down. It is Mazen Nandekano that formed it. Just to create a bad image for Mazen Nandekano. But you that you're a brave fan, what are you doing to counter all those nonsense they are doing? What are you doing? That is why we have to create another scenario. Create another scenario to overshadow whatever they are doing. What scenario are you going to create? We do not have the access to begin to go to Abuja or whatever. In Biafra land, we have to create a situation that will keep the world talking. A situation that will keep the world talking. How do we create that situation? Already we have our seat at home. Let us hold that as sit at home, guide it like our egg. That is the only check and the only weapon we have. This coming Monday, with all the threat of that imposter, that Fulani slave they put in Anambra State, Soludo, with all his threat, let us make Monday more severe. Let's make Monday a ghost town. Let them begin to talk about the sit at home of Monday until Mazen Nankano goes to court. That is how to generate a different scenario to overshadow what they are doing. When we create that scenario, they will begin to talk that the Biafran people, everybody is still standing at the back of Mazen Nankano. They will know that Mazen Nankano still enjoys 101% of Biafran's support. The economic sanction. Let us raise the economic sanction. Push the economic sanction up more. Push it. Let it go to a height where they cannot be able to control. That is what we are supposed to do. That is how we create a public opinion. A public opinion that will be to the advantage of Mazen Nankano. That is what we're supposed to be talking about, not gossiping, not talking about against our own brother and sister, looking for necessary evidence against our brother and sister, blackmailing our brothers and sisters, talking down on people who are doing. If you feel that somebody is doing something that is not genuine, you that claim to have a better idea, you have a better idea, you know how to do it better. Start your own. Start your own. Start your own. By the time you start your own, if it is okay, people are going to follow you. By the time you start your message, if it is fine and nice, people are going to follow you eventually. If you preach any message that is genuine, any message that is genuine, that is from Chukwu Karion, people will definitely follow you. You don't need to force yourself. You don't need to stress yourself. Just send the message out there to Biafran people. When you send them, you see God himself will water. Chukwu Karion will water that word. It will water that word. People will run with it. That is how it works. Chukwu Karion will water your word and you run with it. We have to wake up. We have to wake up. Biafran people, we must have to wake up. It is time for us to stand up and pick up that which is ours. It is time. It is you and I that will free Mazen Nankano. No man born of a woman will free Mazen Nankano. No lawyer, no judge, nobody can stand for you. We don't have any representation in the contraption called Nigeria. We don't have any single representation. No single politician is on our side. We are on our own, and only we and we alone can free ourselves and free our spirit Mazen Nankano. Every Biafran across the world have to wake up. The time is now, not tomorrow. The time is now to take your freedom into your own hand. Free yourself. Nobody is going to free you. Nobody anywhere. And the message is not only for Biafra. The message is for every indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria. As long as you are indigenous to Nigeria, this message is for you. Injustice against one is injustice against all. If you do not want to speak because it is just Biafra, wait, it is coming to your tongue. You don't want to speak because it is just the Ulua people, wait, it is going to happen to you. You don't want to speak because it's just in the middle belt, wait, it is going to get your doorstep. Biafrans, we have lost more than 5 million people and stay counting. If you are not a Biafran, don't wait until you lose 5 million before you fight. You that you are not a Biafran, lucky you that you are from Ududua, you are from Middle Belt, you that you are not a Biafran, do not wait until you lose more than 5 million before you begin to fight. The time for you to fight is now. The only thing that will bring sanity to the contraption called Nigeria, the only thing that will bring security, the only thing that will bring good economy is the disintegration of that contraption called Nigeria. Split it up, let everybody go their separate ways, and build a nation they can be able to defend. A nation that they can be patriotic to. As it stands today, there is nobody that is a Nigerian. No single person that is a Nigerian, including those people who are coming out for the presidency. None of them is a Nigerian. Every one of us is either you're Ududua, you're a Biafran, you're from the Middle Belt, or you're Arewa. That is it. And these people are only patriotic to, either they are patriotic to their region or nothing else, or they are patriotic to themselves. When you see them gathering as one Nigeria, all those people you see them gathering as one Nigeria, they are selfish and self-centered people. Selfish people and self-centered people who are gathered together to serve their belly alone. They have gathered to serve their belly alone and nobody else. That is why they loot and continue to loot. Even as they are planning to go into the government, you see the amount they are spending. Why must somebody spend such huge amount? You don't have to get a post that you're going to serve. After spending, when they come, they will begin to loot. They loot as much as they can. And the complaint continues. And you think it's okay. If you think it's okay, fold your hands. Don't fight. Fold your hands. But I think it is not okay. And I thank Chukwu that Biafran people are fighting. I say, may Chukwu guide and protect every single Biafran man and woman in Biafra land. You are doing a great job. You are doing a great job. We are getting to the end of the tunnel. The light, we can see the light already. We can see the light already. It is not time to look back. This is the time to fight more than we have ever fought in the past. It is the time to fight more than we have fought in the past. The time is now. Let us rise up from all corners, from all angles, and fight the right cause. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter the group you claim to belong to. It doesn't matter the name you say you are answering. Whatever name, under which any guise, the most important thing that we have a collective interest. Every time you see your fellow Biafran, not only Biafran, anytime you see your fellow indigenous person in that country called Nigeria, the only thing that connects every one of us is what? Freedom. The only people that are not concerned about freedom is the Fulani Caliphate. They are not concerned. That was why during independence, they rejected independence. Some of you have forgotten. The Fulanis rejected independence. They said they were not ready. Abubakar Tafawa said he is not ready. It was Dr. Nanda Zikiwe that continued to move and push for independence. Tafawa Balewa was not ready. The Fulanis they prefer slavery. But the Biafrans and the Oduduwa know that they are kings, princes, and queens, and we cannot be slaves. That was why these people have continued to make themselves a willing tool in the hand of the British. And British have seen that the only people that they can empower, that will continue to enslave their brothers and make sure that the oil continue to flow in that direction, is the Fulanis. And they are doing that, empowering them in all angles, in anything. They support everything that Fulanis stand for. But as it stands today, we have to wake up and speak up. It doesn't matter what you believe. Where we meet is freedom. Every single one of us wants freedom. That is where our collective interests meet. After we must have gotten the freedom, we can go our separate ways. Mazen Nandekana have said it many times in his broadcast. Mazen Nandekana have said it so many times in his broadcast that in Biafra we don't have minority. There is no minority in Biafra. It doesn't matter your tribe. Even if you are 5 people in your tribe, you are a nation of your own. If you decide to be a nation of your own, you will be a nation of your own in Biafra land. No minority. We are all equal. Every single person in Biafra, we are all equal. There is no minority. And when Biafra comes, when we fight collectively to bring Biafra, every nation will be on their own. Every nation will stand their own. So, what is holding you? What is holding you? Some of us are still having that mentality of the Janjaweed. Some of them are still bearing the mind of domineering. Who want to dominate you? Who want to dominate you? Who want to dominate you? How? Look at the Fulani Caliphate that is now dominating. They are dominating openly, using their weapons, their foot soldiers, all manner of things. They use their military. They use their terrorists. They use their military Allah. They use their farmers. They use all manner of laws to dominate you. And yet you are not concerned. But somebody who is genuinely coming, he will come to your land, he will invest his money, he will beg you for you are the one that you even going to approach him to buy your property. He will buy your property at exorbitant price. He will develop it in your own land, employ you, create job opportunity for you. Yet you are calling him domineering. How can somebody's hard work be called being domineering? How can somebody's hard work be translated as being domineering? It's only hatred. It's out of hatred that people do that. Let us stop hating. Let us stop hating and start loving ourselves. Let us stop hating and stop loving ourselves. More especially Biafran land. We that are from Biafran land. Biafran people are one people. We are from one ancestral parent. The whole old southeastern region, the present south-south and the southeast with the lower Benue, we are one people. It extends all the way to Bakassi. We are one people. Even with our southern Cameroonian brothers, we are one people. We are one parents. We have a relation. Why won't we embrace that our common interest? Why won't we hold that our common interest strong until we get what we want? Then we can begin to come back home. Stay in our nations and build our nations. Control our resources by ourselves. Even if it is 2 people or 3 people, control your resources. Do what you want to do with it and develop your area. Let there be a healthy competition. That is what we want in Biafra. A healthy competition, not jealousy, not wickedness, not strife, not envy. A healthy competition. Let people walk and see how they can be better themselves. That is what we are asking for. And I pray that Chukwu will strengthen us, give us the strength, wisdom, and knowledge, and give us the grace to continue to pursue that which is right until we get it. I thank you all who have been able to join me on this broadcast from the military. And please share the video to your platform. Share the video, your platform, any place you belong. Share it to family and friends. You can share. Equally, you can join me on my YouTube channel, Chuk Survivor channel. Join me on Chuk Survivor channel in the next 1 hour. I'm going to be there to make another broadcast on certain issues. If you have time, you can join me on Chuk Survivor channel. I'm going to be there on YouTube, Chuk Survivor channel on YouTube. I will make some broadcasts and also send some important information over there. If you have time, you can join me and connect so that we can be able to send this information as much as we can. I don't know it all. I'm adding my own little experience, saying the little I know, encouraging my brothers and sisters, mainly those of us in Biafra land, encouraging every one of us to continue to fight and stand firm until the last minute. May Chukwu be my guide and protect everybody who have shared this video. May Chukwu be my guide and protect every hand that have shared this video. Chukwu will protect you. You will see the end of 2022. 2022 will see your end. Every hand that has shared this video, if you are a Biafran, you will see Biafra, you will walk into Biafra and you celebrate in Biafra land. If you are from Oduduwa land, you will see Oduduwa, you will celebrate in Oduduwa and you walk into Oduduwa land. If you are from Middle Belt, you will celebrate in the Middle Belt and you will have what you are looking for. If you are a freedom fighter from any part of the world, whatever freedom you are asking for, you will receive that freedom in the name of Chukwu. May Chukwu guide and protect every freedom fighter all over the world. May Chukwu guide and protect the Oduduwa people, guide and protect the Middle Belt, guide and protect every Biafran across the world. May Chukwu guide and protect Sunday Igboho, secure him and set him free very soon, so that he can be able, as he has been set free, as Sunday Igboho have been set free, let Chukwu guide him, strengthen him, give him more strength to continue on that path, so that freedom will be achieved for the Oduduwa people. May Chukwu guide and protect our Supreme Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Wherever our Supreme Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is, let Chukwu guide and protect him, give him more word, equip him with more strength, equip him with more wisdom and knowledge, give him more revelation, so that very soon he will get his freedom. Whatever poison that they have injected in the body of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, whatever poison they are feeding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu with, let Chukwu send spiritual doctors to continue to minister to him. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. We shall overcome, no matter how they try. They will kill us, we will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. And remember this, see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu. If you have time,
are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand on the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold all of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they're saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You cannot go everywhere. We must continue.